This is you. And this is me. We are all humans, living on the massive world which we call Earth. Surrounding us are millions upon millions of plants. Today, you will join me as we embark on a fascinating journey as we study and enjoy these wonderful and beautiful odes to nature. They can be found almost anywhere, in your home, underground, on a beach, in estuaries, in swamps, in deserts, underwater, and even in your backyard. But you probably think that plants are boring. Well, guess what? You're wrong. I would like to formally welcome you to the private life of plants. Now, according to popular belief, plants can't move, so they don't do anything. Wrong. Plants need to travel in order to survive. Take this blackberry plant for example. Of all the woodland plants, it is the most aggressive. It waves its branches from side to side, weaving its way through the rough underbrush, as if it is feeling for the best route forward. There is no stopping this blackberry plant once it gets going. The best blackberry plants top out at an impressive terminal velocity of 3 inches per 24 hours. Eventually, each branch touches down and forms its own root system, thereby adding to the vast expanses of land controlled by this blackberry empire. To us humans, blackberries are merely a tasty treat filled with antioxidants and other nutritious nutrients. But to the other plants of the forest, they are an unrelenting force, an iron-fisted and intransigent tank, a cruel reminder that it is a dog-eat-dog world out there, and that it is every plant for itself. Other plants travel by way of wind, such as dandelions, which make use of projections that together serve as a parachute, or sycamore seeds, which are shaped like helicopters. Another common method of transportation is through water. However, the most common method for a plant to spread its progeny is through the utilization of living couriers, such as dogs or birds. Some seeds cling to the fur of these animals and travel to exotic destinations, whereas others get ingested and are subsequently pooped out in a different location. Whatever the method, there is no doubt that plants really know how to get around. Now you're all probably wondering how plants get the energy to do all of this traveling. Well, sunlight is the sustenance of plants, the bread of life. Much like you would go out to get a sub from Firehouse when you're hungry, the cheese plant directs its shoots to head towards the nearest tree trunk and climb to the top of the forest canopy to get a healthy dose of sunlight. As you can see, plants and humans are not so different. Plants vary in their sunlight requirements, as plants such as the begonia plant can thrive without much light. Leaves are an integral part in absorbing all this sunlight. They use sunshine, air, water, and a few other minerals to power the plant. Aren't leaves great? There are also other ways that plants eat. Take the pitcher plant for example. This cheeky little fellow lures insects, such as innocent ants, to it using its sweet, delicious nectar. Then it eats the ant. Venus flytraps eat bugs too, and occasionally small animals as well. However, even the toughest plants can succumb to an attack by animals if not paying attention. Good thing plants have a myriad of defenses at their disposal, ranging from spines, poison, and camouflage. The nettle has special poisoned hypodermic needles, and milkweed plants can give you a heart attack. Yikes! So now we know how plants travel, and how they eat and grow. What else do they do in their free time? Make babies, of course. Plants are actually quite fruitful. Pollen and stigma are the two components necessary for engaging in this noble pastime. Pollination can occur through a variety of ways. Some plants merely ejaculate their pollen onto their own stigma. Other plants, as mentioned earlier, make use of living couriers to transport their pollen to the stigma of another plant. These plants attract animals by using color, scent, and oftentimes sweet, delicious nectar. Some animals have developed special exclusive relationships with certain species of animals in order to ensure that not a single grain of pollen is wasted. An example of this is the gentian and carpenter bees. However, being a plant is not all fun and games. They must compete with each other for what little resources there are. The tropical rainforest is home to the cattiest bunch of plants. With so much foliage covering the coveted sunlight, the smaller plants need to find creative new ways to absorb sunlight, or else they'll die. The rattan solves this problem by growing a really long stem so it can reach above the other plants. However, not all plants go for the peaceful solution. The rainforest truly is a vicious place, with some plants resorting even to murder to stay alive. The menace, known as the strangler fig, starts out as a mere seedling growing on the branch of a tree, but quickly grows in size and strength around the tree, strangling and eventually killing it. Now, we will explore the alliances formed between plants and animals. We already looked at how animals help plants spread their pollen around, but there are many other ways in which plants and animals interact with each other. One such interaction is between ants and acacia trees. Ants love acacia trees. Acacia trees serve as a stable refuge for ants looking to settle down and start a family. However, the acacia tree provides more than just shelter. It is a source of sweet, delicious nectar for the baby ants, a place where memories are created, a place where love blossoms. These ants will do anything to protect this sacred abode, even going so far as to give up their own lives. Plants live in a variety of places, from the algid, asperous acclivities of Antarctica to the hot deserts of Cambodia. Deep within the icy terrain of the Arctic regions, there is life. Various algae and lichens can be found there, proliferating on rocks. During the summer, when the ice melts, flowers are much more apparent, but must remain close to the ground to stay out of the chilling wind. In the mountains of Tasmania, plants huddle together for warmth in a manner similar to that of penguins. They create cushions that act as solar panels, absorbing any heat that comes their way. As many as 1 million or so individual shoots can make up just one cushion. Now we will look at the arid and scalding Sonoran Desert, home to the saguaro cactus. These cacti flourish here due to their ability to retain vast amounts of water. This is possible due to the cacti's lack of leaves, so it doesn't lose any water through transpiration. Oh boy, plants are pretty neat, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, it saddens me to tell you that our journey is almost at an end. We have looked at these plants, looked at the hardships they faced, looked at the prosperous times they enjoyed. We did not deal with the basic facts of botany, but instead explained how plants feed, how they reproduce and distribute themselves, how they form alliances with particular animals. We have grown close to our fellow plants, so close that I'm willing to even go so far as to say that we have become one. Plants have a significant role in our world, and I have no doubt that this look into the private life of plants has truly left an indelible mark upon your souls. Plants truly are extraordinary organisms beyond compare. And now we conclude our journey. I hope that you all thought that it was as magnificent as I thought it was. Thank you and good day.